Hey, what's happening, y'all? I'm Raul Cortez Jr. and I just wanted to talk about suicide prevention. There is an event at Ryder on Wednesday night, I believe, pertaining to suicide prevention. If you go on Facebook, if you're a Ryder student, look it up. It's easy to find. I may show up and check what the event is about. I don't know anything about the event aside from what's posted. But looking at that event, I felt like speaking on suicide prevention. Uh, back in 2012, back in August of 2012, I was able to catch up with my cousin who at the time I had not seen in 12 years. Uh, as as a child, as a teenager, I really looked up to him. He was a very influential figure in my life. Um, the tough guy attitude. I feel like I acquired some of it from him, and he's gone. He took his life almost a month after I was able to see him, even though I didn't see him in 12 years prior to that. So suicide is a very serious issue. I don't recommend it. I'm not gonna sit here and debate whether suicide is a justifiable act or not. I'm not gonna debate that. All I'm saying is there is another way, and possibly there is a better way than to take your own life. Um, people. You never know who's depending on you. You never know who cares about you. Sometimes it's not expressed as often or expressed from the people who you would like it to come from. But nevertheless, somebody on this planet, I'm pretty sure, cares about you and looks up to you. I want to talk about some of the things that you can do for suicide prevention at Rider University or anywhere, even in your community. Um, I must say that meeting new people, having new friends, establishing new relationships are important in suicide prevention, especially if you're at Rider University. I think it's important to look around. For example, let's say you're at Daly's. If you see somebody sitting by themselves and they're not a part of you notice that they're not a part of any particular social group, sit down with them, talk to them. You know, be brave. Don't be chicken. Be brave. Sit down, talk to them. Say, hey, how you doing? What grade you in? What do you like to do? You never know what you may learn from that person. You may never know who that person is. They may be big time in their hometown. They may be big time in something. You never know. Uh, you may never know what kind of friendship you get out of that. You never know how you're gonna make that person feel just because you had the gall to just sit over there and say, "Hey, what's happening? Hey, how you doing? Hey, I just want to talk to you, man. I've been seeing you around. Uh, let's chop it up." So you never know how you make that person feel. Um, I know what it feels like to. I know what it is to be depressed, sad, lonely, bored, abandoned. I know what it feels to go through those motions. I know what it is to feel like, should I exist? Should I stay here? In a very light way, I've contemplated suicide. I wanted to be a rapper. Uh, I said I wanted to be a rapper, and certain family members discouraged me from trying to do that. And I think that's important. I think that while you're in college, you ought to find out all the things. The second point, number two, you ought to try to find out all the things that you're good at doing. Find out your hobbies. Find out what you love to do. If you can, after you discover your talents and you have cultivated them and you have tried to perfect your craft and you're sharing with other people and other students, You maybe create a bartering system. Try to make money out of your talents. Create an organization. Create an organization with like-minded individuals or individuals that like to get into the things that you might want to get into. Hopefully, I'm hoping that none of the stuff that you try to get into leads to trouble or leads to expulsion or anything legal. Hopefully it's a constructive and everlasting, long lasting. So yeah, you have the power to create that which you are looking for right where you are with what you have. It's possible. It can happen. It can happen. Don't count yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. Another important thing is, I think it's important that you learn about yourself. Learn your history. Who are you? Who are you really? How can you find out what your purpose is in life? You don't even know who you are. You don't know the background of the culture that you come from. For those that believe in God, for those that believe in the Bible, do you study your Bible? Do you just go for what the people at the church are telling you? Do you go to the TBN broadcast and watch what they say? And you don't even check in the book if what they're saying is correct or if what they're preaching is in the right context, Like, know who you are. Find out what your purpose in life is. I recommend the Bible. That's what I recommend. You are entitled to do it the way you want to do it. And you are entitled to go about how to find what your history is and who are you. You're entitled to do it the way that you want. I recommend, and what has worked for me, is reading the Bible and coming across individuals who believed in the book too, and they were able to help me out. They were able to help me find my way. Find what my passion is, what my gift is, cultivate it, go far. I'm here today because of the people that believe in the Bible. I would not be born if it wasn't for my parents. I would not be able to become an adult if it wasn't for my parents. But I would not be able to be who I am today and progress from those particular stages in life had it not been for people who were trying to help me develop myself, discover myself, and stuff like that. So, let's see what I'm missing here. So yeah, that's all I have for you. Let me see, find out yeah, that's all I have. The only thing I have left to say is don't be a vehicle with low mileage. Experience will only go as far as you will. That came to me. Those words came to me. A vehicle, you don't drive it, it ain't gonna have any miles on it. The mileage in a car will tell you how much the car has traveled. So ask yourself the question: how many miles do you have in your life journey? What have you experienced? Have you experimented? Have you tried? Have you failed and succeeded? Fail and try again. If you don't try, you never know. If you don't try, you never know. One of the blessings of being alone, feeling depressed and sad, is there's so much that you can do to develop yourself while you're going through those motions. You can build yourself up or tear yourself down. You can go after drugs and drinking and doing all that other stuff. I'm not trying to judge, but there's better things that you can do to build yourself up to become stronger. We all struggle and we all have our weaknesses, no doubt about it. but try to focus and put your effort into building yourself up. You have to build yourself. And these, everything that I just mentioned, that I believe can help suicide prevention at Rider University and wherever you live in your community. You are the revolutionary.